I knew sort of keywords like Alan Turing and Enigma and World War II and computers, but beyond that I didn't know how they all connected, and I didn't know the tragedy of his life story. And that's the bit that when I was reading the script that really hit me on a gut level. So and that's the bit of the story that made me want to sign on and be a part of this production.
I learned a lot in history class. I learned about him. It was the first place I remember when I was about 14. The first time I'd ever heard the phrase chemical castration as well. So I had some understanding of what happened to him later in life. But it was only when I came to the script, like Matthew, that you realised just how incredibly important this man was in relation to the lives that we live today. And the fact that he's not known more is an absolute travesty, and it's wonderful to be part of a movie where we can really bring his life to people's consciousness. I think there are certain challenges in relation to telling the life of a man who essentially was a great mathematician, but his story is so unique, and I think it's almost like the truth is stranger than fiction in relation to what happened to Alan Turing. So for that reason, I think it's quite an easy story to tell in a way, and I think Graham Moore's done an incredible job with the script. It's heartbreaking as you go through the story and you see what happened to him. And I think he's done a great job of creating a movie that really celebrates the life of an incredible mind.
I think they did very well to steer away from montages of code cracking. Having learnt a little bit about how these codes were cracked, it's very boring. So I'm glad that they steered away from representing that accurately to its full extent, otherwise it'd be a very long film and not particularly entertaining.
Yeah. Matthew Beard is a wonderful mathematician.
Well, I at school I really liked
really
science
too.
And maths, so I got really into that side of it and researching it. Having said that, I was recently quizzed on my times tables and it didn't go very well.
I beat you on that, didn't I?
And Alan actually beat me. So, but on the spot maths, so I would have been useless in Hot 8 because the pressure was really on there. So I think I probably would have just hidden under the table and cried. So
in fairness, I think you're selling yourself short. When it came to discussing the machine that we were all, surrounded by when we were filming, everyone turned to Matthew Beard because he was the most knowledgeable, and because he's so trendy and young and can grow a beard at the age of 12. We used to sit in his trailer and we discussed this while listening to Jay-Z. I mean, he's got it all. He really does.